Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you for the invitation. And thank you for all your presentations. I mean, it's so exciting, and I would have loved we have more time to discuss all the issues you raised. So unfortunately, my time is limited to 5 minutes. And due to the respect of the country that is hosting me right now, I'm a professor at the University of Austria. I have to admit that my in-depth political knowledge of Austria is too limited, being there only for 4 years, to explain all the issues of federalism in Austria in depth. However, if you have any questions on Austria, I try my best to respond. So I grew up and was educated in Germany. So this is why I want to focus on Germany and on 2 issues related to Germany, both with regard to fiscal federalism. Point 1 is taxation. So in Germany, there are limited natural resources, and most of the natural resources are used for internal production of goods that they are then exported. So we are no natural resource export nation like other countries. This means most of our revenues are coming from taxes. So that means the German constitution, the constitution itself, provides for a very delicate system how taxes are distributed. We do have exclusive taxes for the national level. We do have exclusive taxes for the regional level, and we do have shared taxes. So the biggest part of the tax revenue are shared taxes. It's the value-added tax and the income tax, which altogether make about 70% of our tax revenue. And here, the constitution is crystal clear. It tells out of the income taxes, 42% goes to the national level, 42.5% goes to the regional level, 15% goes to the local level. That's a constitutional provision. With regard to the value-added tax, it's a little bit more complicated, but roughly they are distributed half to half to the national level and to the regional level. So the one important message here is how revenues are distributed is laid down in the constitution, almost by numbers. Now, the second issue I want to raise is what kind of country do you want to create based on federal logics? So you have 2 options. The one option is to have a competitive federalism. That means the regions or provinces are competing with one another, offering the best taxes for companies, competing for the best people to come to their country, and so on and so forth. So that's option 1, which is predominantly exercised in the United States, and if I'm not mistaken, in Switzerland as well. So the German decision is a different one. The German decision is we want to have an overall economic equilibrium. So we do not want to have our people just for economic purposes to run from the one region to the other because they might be better off there. Okay, now, because it's really important, the equilibrium, and I will end with a story. So the area in Germany where we have some kind of natural resources in previous time, it's North Rhine-Westphalia. There was coal and steel. So that was exploited, and that was a very rich area. At the same time, in the southeast corner of Germany, there was Bavaria, which was a very agricultural region. So due to this horizontal distribution, so the richer provinces share their wealth in part with the poorer regions. And this is beyond the national equalization logic. It's among the different regions. So what happened is North Rhine-Westphalia transferred money, I mean, I'm oversimplifying, to Bavaria. Now Bavaria developed to an industrial hub. It's now the richest land in Germany. Now at the same time, the natural resource of coal and steel didn't fly any longer. It was too expensive to exploit them. And so North Rhine-Westphalia had to restructure its region. So a lot of universities were built in order to allow North Rhine-Westphalia to have a new business coming up. Now Bavaria had to pay. So the same in a way will happen with our Eastern German countries that joined Germany in 1990. So heavy amount of monies are transferred both from the national level but also horizontally to these ones. And we already have one of these lenders that becomes the new Bavaria, because a lot of modern industry is right there. So now this approach, since we cannot look into a crystal ball what the future will bring, is a kind of mutual solidarity. Again, it's not the competitive federalism, but it's a kind of cooperative solidary federalism. Thank you so much.